Alright. So about to start my third session with Eastshade. Last time I had made it to a tower with 2 zip lines coming out of it in a central location just outside of the sort of first island I started on. I had to pay a toll of 60 shards to get out of there, and I met someone who could teach me how to build a raft, and someone who really loved earthenware pots. But I don't have much else to say. Still really just enjoying the game. If I have any thoughts toward the end, I'll mute myself, but for the rest of this playthrough, I am actually going to play muted. So, I'm going to mute myself right now, and just start off where I left off.
Welcome to K&K Apothecary, the finest source for all your medicinal tincture needs. If you hear of anyone looking for an apothecary, send them our way. Or really, just send anyone our way. It's been so long since we've had a single customer.
We've got the best herbs and potions in all of Eastshade. Tell your family, your friends, and random acquaintances to come here for all their apothecary needs.
You've finally arrived. Would you like some tea or maybe some pie? Don't be shy now. My name is known to all as Mudwillow. My passion is sight and all that it shows. Weaver of light and doctor of eyes, I hold the gift reserved for the wise. The sun illuminates all I must learn, but a heat so strong leaves me to burn. A dismal greeting from the glorious sphere, so I remain secluded down here. With me lies the gift which everyone seeks. So far you've all been liars and sneaks, sought out by foe and drunkards unfit. Not one of you has held nearly enough wit. They all bumble in, dreaming of crimes. Every day they show up, it's a waste of my time. But the strings of light you folded and bent prove you've got brains to some extent. It seems you may just be clever enough, although I'd bet your brain is packed full of fluff. But listen up, painter, for this is your task. Prepare your brushes and hear what I ask. Itself in a constant state of falling, to you it seems that it's always stalling. A stony side where the star hides away, a watchful eye at the peak of midday. When day turns dark but a moment in time, when a star goes black, though everything's fine. The largest of eyes that stare back at you, a sight that aligns. That's the moment I choose. It seems you may just be clever enough, although I'd bet your brain is packed full of fluff. But listen up, painter, for this is your itself in a constant state of falling. Seems that it's always stalling. A stony side where the star hides away, a watchful eye at the peak of midday. When day turns dark but a moment in time, when a star goes black, though everything's fine. The largest of eyes that stare back at you, a sight that aligns. That's the moment I choose.
I'm pretty busy if you couldn't tell. I've got all these trails to maintain, tourists to wrangle, animals to nurture, plants to relocate. I'll be lucky if I ever get to take another break in my whole life. Well, thanks. I guess that's nice to hear. Although I don't see how you could know that. Oh, and I've also got to go rescue a stupid water fox, as if I didn't already have enough work to do.
They're aquatic rodents, essentially. Like to live in watery caves. People think they're adorable, but in my opinion, they're just wretched. My responsibility here is maintaining the trails. That's why I was hired. These water foxes are a huge thorn in my paw, and they distract me from my real tasks. My partner was the one who took care of the water foxes. Now he's gone, and I have no idea to handle these animals. I've been trying to trap one all day. Tried every type of bait under the moon. He wanted to see the world. I don't blame him for that. But he could have at least left some instructions for taking care of these hard animals. One of them mangled his foot, and I was trying to administer some salve before it gets infected. I've already wasted so much time trying to catch him. I really can't spend another day on this. I think it's officially a lost cause.
Yeah, he'll probably die, and his kits won't last long without him either. I guess it's sad, but the trails need maintenance.
I'm not really supposed to let visitors get so close to the wildlife, but I guess it doesn't matter at this point. The water foxes are living in a cave, not more than 100 paces from me. City folk. It's like they've never seen a trail before, always trampling through the foliage like animals.
Welcome to the Castrol's Eyrie, providing a warm bed for travelers and tourists for just 2 glowstones a night. Are you in need of a room tonight? You might have met my old friend Nika. She runs the inn over there. We used to get into a lot of trouble together. It's a shiny kind of place. You heading there now? I heard there's an arts supplies store. Seems like something you might like.
By trade, I am a cartographer, but unfortunately my productivity is down at the moment. I have run out of ink. It'll be a while before my shipment comes in. You're new around here, right? I'll bet you could use a map of Eastshade. If you'd like one, I have an extra print here I can give you. But in exchange, I'm wondering if there's something you can do for me. As I mentioned, I'm running low on ink. If you find me 4 inky cap mushrooms, I'll give it to you. That would be grand. Last time I went inky cap foraging, I got trapped in a conversation with the park ranger. He's rather obsessed with trail making, isn't he? He gabbed about it for nearly an hour. A beautiful city, and very straightforward, cartographically speaking. See you.
My great-great-grandparents built this lodge. It's held up pretty. All right then, it's just up the stairs, second door on the right.
Chance found those inky caps yet? Great! I've just put the final touches on your map. I hope it serves you well. Safe travels.
Good day for making trails, wouldn't you say? I've always pictured them as toad eaters. Never really watched them eating, though. If I knew what they like, I would have trapped that injured one by now. They live in watery caves and crevices, usually secluded areas. Aren't you full of questions? Go to the library if you want to be such a know-it-all. You managed to trap him. I heard the shrieks all the way above ground. I need to administer the salve. Well, I guess I should thank you. I was ready to give up on this damned water fox. Listen, it's pretty clear that you're a nature lover. I don't know how you managed to catch that animal, but I do appreciate it. Let me show you how to make a snug tent. Should be useful for someone like you, roaming the country and all. It will give you a place to relax if you need to kill time, and shelter if you find night sneaking up on you.
What? You painted that owl? Can I buy it from you? This is great! Ooh, ooh. Is this too many glowstones? I wouldn't know. I've never bought a painting before. You've got a real ear for birds. Let me know if you ever need anything. Bye now.
Need a lift? All right then.
Ah, yes, a newcomer. May I see your reference letters, please? I'm afraid if you're seeking passage into Narva, you'll need 3 reference letters from citizens of Eastshade, signed and sealed. It hasn't always been this way, but lately we've been getting more newcomers than usual. We don't want to be unwelcoming to new folk, but we are trying to have some measure of security. Will that be all, then? Well, you need to find people who are willing to vouch for your character and writing. Since you're a newcomer, you'll have to make some friends in the country. Will that be all, then? Will that be all, then? Stay safe now.
Hello, brave traveller. I can see you have an adventurous spirit. I've got an excursion you're sure to love. Righto, sharp as a knife you are. This here is the bursting bubble. It has the ability to take passengers all the way up to the mountaintop. The ride is sure to give you a burst of adrenaline. You think so? I wish more people had your spirit. Last person here said they'd never ride it with a name that sounded so dangerous. Ha! What if I call it a sky drop? Yeah, that's a perfect name. Much better. Thanks, friend. No. When I invented this thing, I really thought it was going to revolutionize transportation. Imagine just flying right up to the tip-top of the world! Seems like something everyone would want to do. But for some reason, folks just don't seem to understand the idea. They can't seem to picture a balloon carrying people in the sky. I've hardly been able to get anyone out here to see it in person. Anyhow, thanks for helping with the name, Traveller. Seems to me that you're full of good ideas. Hello, good traveller. Hope things are going well for you. As for me, I still haven't got anyone new out here to fly with me. Shame, because I know anyone would love it if they saw it.
Hello, friend. Glorious day, wouldn't you say? What an incredible day to be alive. Ah, I see you're a traveller, swept in from some distant land. How enchanting. Ah, marvellous place, Eastshade. The only trouble is, traveller, the little mice. The little mice. You see, they've taken a liking to my garden. Not sure how they eat so much when I'm not looking. Must be bigger than I think. I'm standing guard, but it's not working. Somehow they're getting past me. Must be while I'm sleeping. Not that I mind, really. I'm glad they have a proper meal. But how I dream of cooking up a proper stew. Vegetable, of course. Can't have a good stew without an assortment of the finest crops, eh? Tell you what, bring me 7 sticks so I can finish my fence. That just may do the trick against these crafty carrot eaters. Of course, I never let a friend journey on without a few glowstones to pad their pocket. How's 10 sound? Oh, isn't that perfect? I knew it was a good thing we met, traveller. Of course, I appreciate your help. Nothing wrong with running around picking up sticks, just don't forget to get lost once in a while, eh? And look around you, smell the roses. Oh, listen to me, I sound like an old-timer. What a fine one you are, polite as they come. You'll fit in splendidly in our little community here in Eastshade. Folk are as kind as can be. Anyhow, thanks for getting these sticks for me. It's a full-time job standing guard. Why don't you come back in a day's time? That'll give me time to patch up this fence and see how it does against the little mice. See you soon.
Hi there, stranger. Come on in. Care for some tea? Or maybe a mead? That'll keep your bones warm. I don't think I've seen your face before. Are you from out west? Ah, okay. I thought you might be from out west. I haven't met many Westerners. I was born and raised in Nava. I really wish more Westerners would come through this way. I really want to ask them about the drumming. Have you heard the drums at night? I was just a child the first time I heard the drumming out in the Blushwoods. My best friend and I used to play out here a lot. We even found a drum once. Wish I could look at that thing, but it seems to have disappeared. Ever since I moved out here, I've only heard the drumming late in the night. Some nights I hear it, others I don't. Doesn't seem to be any pattern. I like the music. It's captivating. In fact, it's almost bewitching. But I've always been bewildered as to its source. I figure it must be some Westernly folk thing. Maybe the farmers from the Teethmore Bluffs throw parties in the Blushwood? Nobody in Nava seems to know anything about it. That's where I grew up. My best friend and I spent a lot of time out here, though, running through the Blushwoods. There was an old shack right in this very spot that we used as our hideout. Wasn't much more than a pile of boards back then, but I purchased the land and fixed it up. My son Finn brought his family out here, too. He always loved trees more than the bricks of the city. And I've got 5 beautiful grandchildren. Things couldn't be better.
So yeah, I think I'm going to actually end here. Another really enjoyable play. It's just like a very rough beginning, I would say. The game likes to throw me up into the air, and just like weird collision things with the environment, I guess. But nothing that's taken me out of it. Nothing I would say that's game breaking. That was a really cool puzzle with the light and the mirrors. That was a big surprise. I wonder, it seems like the riddle, I think she's talking about something with the eclipse. I'm not sure what that is yet. Kind of getting sidetracked by other side quests at the moment. Yeah, I don't have much more thoughts than that. I noticed the planet out in the background is a blue and green planet. So it's kind of Earth-like. Probably never learn much more about it. I don't know. Gotta find some way to get into Nava. Gotta talk to the people I talked to before. Just to get some letters of recommendation, I guess. So some more backtracking. Still don't know where the Sandy Beach is to get the recipe for twine. But got more recipes and stuff like that. Yeah. Don't have much more to add to it than that. That was a lot of fun. I like this. So I'm going to end the video here and pick up where I left off next time. So take care.